Hello friend, my name is Asindra and today I'm going to continue playing for you Cinderella Phenomenon with Comp.
Hello.
So last time, Waltz gave us a treat for participating in the puppet show setup and shit. Or no, for doing well
A
at
whole
hide and seek.
yeah.
And gave us a candied apple and then that, yeah. Now we're here!
Yay!
The next few weeks become a blur. I continue to help out in the tavern while sometimes accompanying Waltz for his shows. Though Waltz continues his lessons on goodness, I have yet to gain a single good deed. I am slowly starting to lose hope. It has been months since I was cursed, and I still have yet to complete a single good deed. Today I have been assigned the task of serving Martian customers. I honestly prefer my duties with Mr. Broom. At least I do not have to mingle with all these people.
I mean, there's the source of your issues, honey.
You have to deal with people to do good things.
Exactly. Like, it's been months since I haven't gotten a good deed. This is horrible. I don't want to deal with people, though. Like, I mean...
I have only just entered the tavern when I freeze at the sight of a familiar face. Fritz? His posture is stiff, his arms are crossed, and he is obviously uncomfortable. What is he doing here? How did he get in here? I walk toward him, but do not get far before he is in front of me, down on one knee with his head bowed. I finally found you, Your Highness. How does he remember me? How did he find me? Fritz. Princess, I have no idea what is happening, but the whole kingdom... Everyone has completely forgotten you, and...
She's noticed, honey.
Let us go somewhere else to talk. I interrupt Fritz when I notice all of the stairs around the room.
Not so fast.
Seemingly from nowhere, Jurian and Garland are in front of me, separating me from Fritz. Lady Jurian, Sir Garland, I was told you left Angel. What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same, Sir Fitzgerald. What are you doing here?
Fritz is at a loss for words as he stares at Jurian, confused.
Answer the question, Sir Fitzgerald.
It's weird that it's Fritz, Gerald.
I really don't like that it's Fitzgerald. I mean, just for Fitzgerald, Fritz makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a play on the name. That doesn't mean that his name has... I almost coughed on my own spit. Has
Good
to
job.
be Fritz
Yeah.
Gerald. I'm bugged. But what else is new? I'm always bugged over something. What are you doing here?
I am quickly reaching the end of my patience. Just let me talk to him. Neither Jurian nor Garland back down. If anything, they only look more ready to draw their swords.
I don't trust him.
As I look at the three of them, I remember the story of Jurian and Garland's dismissal from the Order of Caldera. Sir Alcaster was the one that dismissed them, so perhaps they hold some type of grudge? Is it because Fritz is Sir Alcaster's son? I do not know why you do not trust Sir Alcaster, but Fritz is a completely different person. He is my knight. He would never harm me, knowingly.
Yeah, knowingly. We have our reasons for doing this, princess.
I sigh, rubbing at my forehead with my hand to try and dispel an impending headache.
I swear you lot are like a bed of snakes. Stop hissing at each other.
Delora walks in from behind me, swatting at Jurian and Garland to move them. She smiles at Fritz before turning to beam the same smile at Jurian and Garland.
If you are so concerned, then feel free to chaperone the princess with her knight. I'm sure the two of you can handle it if he tries to do something funny.
Fritz's voice is quiet when he speaks. You know I would never hurt her.
Fine.
I glare at Jurian and Garland when we are in the reception room. Thankfully, they take the hint and retreat to the opposite wall, far enough to give Fritz and I some privacy. Fritz speaks as soon as I sink into a chair. I haven't seen you in 4 months, Princess. It's been that long already? Did you know how worried I was when I woke up one day and realized that Princess Emmeline was in your place? To make things worse, no one remembered you. Not even the king. When I brought up Crown Princess Asindra, everyone thought I was delusional. Where do I even begin? I decide to start with the facts of my curse and how I am meant to break it. So you have the Cinderella curse, and that's the reason you've remained in the Marchen? Yes. And you need to complete 3 good deeds to break it? That is right. And how many good deeds have you accomplished, if you don't mind me asking? I frown as I shake my head. None. I do not think I am capable of doing good. Of course you are. I look up in surprise at Fritz's impassioned declaration. Let me start with this. I knew, even when we first met, that I was not what you were expecting. I wouldn't be surprised to know that I even disappointed you. But you never said a word of complaint, even in the beginning when I made lots of mistakes. And we both know how clumsy I was in the beginning. There is kindness in you, Princess. I know this for a fact. You sure, Fritz? You real sure?
See, I'm taking issue with this, because he's like, even when I was clumsy at the beginning, except that you weren't, like, directly employed by her. Unlike,
right.
Say, the maid that she had fired.
Anne Rice. Even when I look away, I can still feel Fritz's eyes and smile directly at me, and smile directed at me. There we go. Did not read that correctly. Anyway, so if everyone has forgotten who you are, how is it that I can still remember you? There is only one reason that makes any sense, though it brings up more questions than answers. Those who have the fairy tale curse are not affected by the conditions of another person's curse. Wait, are you saying that I am cursed? Unless you are secretly a witch or a fairy. No, I'm definitely human, I can assure you of that. Are you though, Fritz? Are you?
Yeah, are you?
What about Lady Jurian and Sir Garland? Jurian speaks up from her corner of the room, though the knights have been feigning disinterest. There is no doubt they are listening in on our conversation.
We aren't cursed, so unfortunately we don't remember Princess Asindra being, well, Crown Princess. We only found out when she came here.
I see. Fritz's distress is apparent as he looks grimly down at the floor. He hasn't admitted to having the curse, which means that he either does not know he has it or refuses to tell me. I can't believe this. How could I have the fairy tale curse and not know about it? Have there been no differences in your life lately? I suppose I've been more forgetful lately. Does that count? You've always been forgetful. I know. Fritz's posture stiffens as Jurian walks towards us from the other end of the room. Her arms are crossed and her gaze, directed at Fritz, is filled with suspicion.
How were you able to find this place?
Fritz looks back at me, as if asking permission, and I nod. I've been dispatching scouts throughout NGL to look for the princess ever since she disappeared. A girl matching her description was seen in this area, entering this house. When my scouts entered this place, they found it empty and abandoned. I figured that this was as good a place as any to start looking for traces of her. Though I was expecting an empty house, not a tavern full of people.
Only those with the curse, or certain permitted people, such as Jurian and myself, can enter this place and see it for what it is.
So I really am cursed, then. Fritz is silent for a few moments as he considers what was just said to him. That does explain things, though not as much as I'd like. Fritz stands. I still have many questions to ask, but I am expected back at the palace. Fritz turns to look at Jurian and Garland.
I don't know why the two of you are here, but I'm glad that you are. I know I can trust you to keep the princess safe.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're reading my lines.
Sorry.
That's okay. Please take care of her.
I'm used to reading every single fucking person.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Fritz smiles in reply before turning once more to bow at me. Until we see each other again, princess.
In my defense, it's actually been a while since I've read your lines, at least in this series.
Yeah.
Cough.
And I think I've read your lines recently. Or I tried to, and then... Yeah.
Yeah, or you tried to. It's a mess.
Reading is hard, guys.
Reading is hard. Why did we learn it? Right, for fanfiction.
Right, of course. Definitely. A week goes by after Fritz leaves the tavern, and my luck does not change. I am still unable to complete a single good deed. I want to ask Parfait if she knows anything about Fritz and his curse, but she has been absent from the tavern for more than a week. When I asked Delora why Parfait is missing, all the witch said was that Parfait was busy dealing with the rapid spread of the fairy tale curse. Today, I am accompanying Waltz to a toy shop to buy materials for his upcoming show. But now I cannot find him. It's a small shop!
Right, it's a small shop. It's probably like, what, maybe one room?
Yeah. He was by these shelves earlier. Where has he gone? I turn a corner and my gaze is caught once more by the dolls on display. One particular doll catches my eye, and I cannot help but marvel at its beauty.
And not to intercut, but I am sure that, she keeps saying I haven't been able to complete one good deed. But just going off of the route that she's taken her life so far, she's probably spent the entire time sulking and grousing and just being a general shit and not actually being helpful to anybody.
Yeah. Once she gets her head out of her ass, she'll be able to complete a good deed or so.
Right? Like, I haven't completed one good deed. Meanwhile, she's probably being a sour shithead in the corner.
If only I had enough money to buy you. I notice a man standing just to the right in front of the teddy bear display shelf. Isn't that the father I saw with his daughter a few weeks ago? He is looking at the teddy bear that his daughter wanted, the one he did not have enough money to buy. I watch as he opens one of his clenched hands. There are some gold coins in his palm. I glimpsed the price tags of the teddy bears earlier, and I am certain that the man does not have enough money to afford the one he is eyeing.
Good deed. Give him some change. I'm sure you have some. I thought I'd have saved enough by now. Now what do I get her for her birthday? No, really, good deed. Just hand him your cash.
The man heads for the next shelf over. He raises a hand to rub at the back of his neck. I walk over and pick up the bear the man was just looking at. It is very soft and somehow comforting to hold.
God, we're playing a robot.
I can see why the girl liked this one. I begin to move toward the counter without realizing. I hold the teddy bear to me with one hand and reach for the bag of coins with my other. The king gave me this money all those months ago, but I never used it. If I buy this bear, I will be completely broke.
Miss.
Could you wrap this for me?
Of course.
After she has finished wrapping the bear, I turn to search for the father. It seems he is no longer in the shop.
Damn. Now, see, honey, you could have just given it... Well, you know, I'll give her points for this. She tried.
Yes.
It would have... If he had not left, it would have counted as a good deed.
She is making an attempt. Good job.
An attempt has been made, and she deserves the credit for it.
Yes. Has he left?
Wow, that's a big toy you got there.
Waltz appears with a bright smile on his face. He leans forward to inspect the package I am holding. I need to find him.
Who?
I am sure he hasn't gotten too far yet.
Hey, wait!
Where is he?
Princess, where are you going?
Uh, hmm.
I would say for once, if like to actually to make a choice and explain, or do we just want to continue with the dice?
We can explain, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the dice are for when we don't have a preference for the choices, I think.
Yeah.
There's someone I need to find. Did you happen to see the man eyeing the large teddy bear earlier?
I think I caught a glimpse of him. Why?
We need to find that man. I must give this to him. I am about to run off into the crowd when I feel Waltz's hand on my sleeve. I turn to snap impatiently at him, but find my annoyance dying at the expression on his face.
Look, I'm not entirely sure of what is happening, but I'll help you. But you have to stay with me. We shouldn't be separated in this crowd.
Fine. Waltz keeps his pace with me as I almost break into a run.
It will be difficult to find that man with all these people around.
But we should at least try. Good. Yes, this is good.
Yes.
Waltz and I search for hours, but we never find him. I do not even know his name.
We can try again tomorrow. It's going to be dark soon.
But it's her birthday.
Who?
I ignore Waltz. In the brief sec... Just fuck you, Waltz. Sorry.
Fuck you, Walt. No, you're being helpful. You know, I will give her points for this. She's still being a cantankerous shithead, but she's making an attempt.
Yeah. In the brief second that I close my eyes, I can see the man's pained expression in my mind. I sit down on a bench and clutch the wrapped bear to my chest. He wanted to buy this bear for his daughter's birthday. Because he loves her. A familiar ache flares up in my chest. I have spent my whole life wanting the king to treat me the same way that man treats his daughter.
Blame your mother.
Yeah.
Syndra. I promise you, we'll look again first thing in the morning.
Waltz and I head back to the Marchen, but the weight of my chest slows me down.
It's not like you to be this sad for a stranger. She's growing a heart. You've changed.
Her heart grew 3 times from nothing to existence. Have I?
Welcome home, Papa.
The girl's voice is familiar. I whirl on my heels and stare at the little girl in the doorway of one of the homes. I had thought we were too late, but we found them. The little girl runs from her home to wrap her arms around her father, who picks her up and pulls her into a tight hug.
I'm sorry I'm late, sweetheart. But you're here now. Mama, Papa's here. We can start my birthday party now. Damn, dude.
What is he doing outside for hours? That's
Right?
what
I get he wants to get a present for his daughter. But I'm pretty sure his daughter would prefer to celebrate her birthday before night falls.
Yeah. The girl wiggles out of her father's embrace and runs back into the house excitedly. The man is carrying a small box in his hand, wrapped neatly with a ribbon. He looks down at his gift and sighs. Before he can go inside the home, I walk toward him and tap him on the shoulder. Excuse me.
See? You were in the toy shop earlier.
I was. We have been looking for you everywhere.
For me?
He looks first at me, and then at the package I carry in my arms.
Can I help you with something, miss?
I heard that it was your daughter's birthday today.
She's turning 7 today, but why?
Here. This is for your daughter.
This is...
The toy you wanted to buy for her. Take it.
No, I can't possibly.
Just take it. The man seems to be in too much shock to reach out for the teddy bear. He shakes his head in wonder.
You don't even know who we are. Why would you do something like this?
I have been asking myself that all day. You love your daughter very much, don't you?
She's my life. She and my wife. I like to rhyme.
Yeah.
But I cannot pay you for this. Papa, why are you taking so long?
Stop standing in the doorway, Dad. Jeez.
Right?
The girl is suddenly at the door again, her eyes wide, staring right at me.
Who are you?
The little girl clings to her father's legs. She looks curious, but not afraid. I do not know what to say.
This pretty lady here is your fairy godmother, little one.
I turn to glare at Waltz. What is he playing at?
A fairy godmother? Like the one in Cinderella?
Oh no, you're Delora now.
Yes.
I shoot Waltz another warning look, but he only grins at me.
She's come to fulfill your birthday wish. Isn't that right, my lady?
This is the only one that I will say I want definitely to play along, because
Yeah.
it's a child.
Yes. We're playing along.
It is her birthday. I might as well play along. Yes, I am.
Really?
Waltz nudges me towards the little girl. I glare at him before I kneel down and hold the wrapped teddy bear out to her. What does Waltz usually say to children when he gives them gifts? Oh, you have been a very good girl. This is for you. The girl reaches out and takes the bear. Her eyes light up as she stares at it.
Is this the teddy bear?
I nod and the little girl squeals, twirling around with the wrapped teddy bear tight in her arms. Then suddenly she puts the bear down and throws her arms around my neck.
Thank you for granting my wish, fairy, Miss Fairy Godmother.
Yep.
Okay, Sassy, shut up for a minute.
I am too shocked to react.
Mama, look what my fairy godmother brought me.
I can only stare as the little girl runs back into her house with the gift.
Thank you.
I glance at the man who, much to my surprise, has tears running down his cheeks. He is still somehow smiling through them.
I will never forget your kindness.
He dips into a short bow, then disappears into his home. That flash of light. Gasp. It's part of the shoe. This is...
We got a heel, we can stab a bitch.
If only it was pointier. This is a piece of the glass slipper.
Da-da-da! Your first good deed.
I want to do the Zelda music, but I can't remember what it is.
I can't either.
I stare in disbelief at the hovering piece in my hand. One moment it is there, the next it has been swallowed by a bright light and is joined with my pendant. I cannot believe it. I'm smiling. Waltz, look.
Right? She's actually smiling for one from the thing.
But Waltz is not looking at my new pendant. He is looking at my face, his gaze enraptured. What are you looking at?
She goes back to being exasperated. You just smiled. It's like seeing a fucking unicorn.
I did?
It's as beautiful as I remember.
Aw. I feel slightly embarrassed and have no words as I quickly turn my head away.
I'm glad that you decided to play along with my story. You made her birthday extra special by making her believe that you were her own fairy godmother. Just gotta roll with it sometimes.
Yep.
And no matter how tough... Why did I read tough as long?
No matter how long things are.
Jeez, that's a different thing there.
Yeah.
No matter how tough things are, every child has someone watching over them, so long as they are good.
My eyes are still on the slipper when I hear an unfamiliar voice behind us.
Cinderella's glass slipper, huh?
And we will find out who this is, possibly, next time.
It's her mother.
Oh God, no. Please, no. Oh God.
It's her mother and we get to punch her.
I would love that, but I don't think that the queen, witch, lady,
Did I
asshole.
break you?
No, just I don't think that would be a good point to introduce the mom
No,
into this ruckus.
probably not. She kind of needs more therapy first.
Yeah, her mom will be like, "Come with me, Asindra," and she'll be like, "Yes, please, for the love of God, mother, save me," and then destroy everything because her mom's like that. Anyway.
Anyway.
So thank you for watching. We'll find out who that is next time, hopefully. And I love you. Wait, no. Comp, what do you have left to say?
It's her mother.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.
That would be so scary. Just you do your first good deed, and then suddenly your mom shows up behind you.
Right? Like, oh, you got a black slipper. Like,